What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Quickie, we're looking at something new from the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, and it is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, and this is Ultimate Shredder, not to be confused with Ultimate Super Shredder. Yeah, because it's just Shredder. And been waiting a long time for this one, personally, because, well, we already got Super Shredder, and we've already gotten 2 releases of our normal Shredder. And we never got this one until now. Here we have a nice little kind of drawing render of the original one in the dark, like that, or the original one of the actual thing in the dark, sort of there. Come around here and you get this ridiculous cape. You know, nice sight of the VHS or even the movie poster right there. That actually looks really, really cool. Come to the back and you've got all of these lovely things. No read-up. I like the nice kind of saw-bladed edges going around there. It's actually pretty neat. And you come around here and you get the front side of Shredder's face. You open it up and you get a nice thing there. And there he is. In all his glory. You want to call it that. And yeah. Pretty freaking cool. So actually what I'm about to do is do it out the box for my members, and they'll see this before you guys do. So if you want to be a channel member, go sign up on the original Shoky Reviews channel, so you can see out the box reactions and behind the scenes stuff when it comes to builds and such, and even updates on orders and customs and stuff like that. And by the way, guys, I ordered this directly from Neca. Presumably it'll be available in Walmart's any minute now, if I had to guess. So alright, let's go ahead and get them out the box. Alright, guys, so here we have Movie 2 Shredder out here and looking very purple. And do have all his accessories sitting out here. I will say that foot is being problematic. It doesn't want to sit flat. I have to figure it out. Something's not going on happy with that foot. I don't know. Maybe it's just being in a trash compactor. Didn't really do well for him. Alright, so Movie Shredder, let's go ahead and check out his accessories real quick. Pretty easy. He does have a katana in a sheath, which is something new we don't tend to get. I don't know if he's meant to store this. Like, it does seem like something he would have on his back or something like that. I'd have to go back and see where this plays a part in the movie. But it's pretty cool, because originally all we got was a tiny little knife that went in his belt. This does seem like something that's way too significant to stuff in his belt, but that's pretty cool. Same one we get with every Foot Clan member, essentially, but the sheath is something new, so that's good. We do get an Ooze canister, because of course, we're going to have lots and lots of these. I got to turn down the brightness ever so slightly here. So we get lots of these, you know, as we go. I think this is the 4th one just from Movie 2 so far that I can count on. It might be the 5th, actually. I don't know. I can't remember if Token Razar came with one. He does come with the tiny vial of ooze that he has right at the end of the movie that he uses to mutate himself into Super Shredder. So that's cool. Definitely going to get lost. I assume that you could probably hold that in these little tiny holding hands. So he does have holding hands, and I'm using that to hold the mutated Jumbo Dandelion that we've got here. It is interesting how the mutagen, or the ooze, will just make some stuff just bigger for some life forms, but then we'll make walking, talking, more sentient life forms and others. So it's really, really interesting how it works. And if I remember correctly, at some point it was like it awakens latent DNA from other stuff. But interesting prop here with the big dandelion. It's not bad. You do get 2 of his open expressive hands, and I have determined that essentially these hands are the same ones that you get, I think, with the original Shredder, and then also with Orokusaki by himself. So that's pretty cool, and it does actually have the same kind of veins and scars and stuff like that on there. Very lightly weathered, but just enough, you know, like you can see there. It's got some dirt and whatnot in the palms, so that's cool. And then he does have a left holding hand, which I have him holding this thing. I don't remember what these are called. In the out the box segment, I definitely got the name wrong. because I googled what I said, and one, I was way off from what I said. Two, definitely not this. But pretty cool. A little difficult to get it into his hand. You just kind of have to finagle it around the fingers, but he is holding it really, really tight. And I think he used this roughly near the end of the movie, but I could be wrong. I kind of don't remember. I feel like he was using this thing as a weapon right near the end, because this is kind of similar to the thing that he has in Super Shredder form, mostly because the kind of sharp, pointy spear pommel end of it is very similar, but like the actual sword / bladed end here. And considering how much I've watched Forged in Fire, you'd think I would remember what this thing is called. But I don't, so unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's move all of the accessories out the way to the best of our abilities off screen here, and look at Shredder himself. Yeah, gonna come up just a little. And we can see on this head sculpt here, it's looking pretty cool, though the funny part is, I think it was a change for this particular movie. That helmet is sitting so much higher up on his head. Like, look at that. That is way up there. And we will be comparing to movie 2 or movie 1 Shredder here in a minute. I don't know if this comes off. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they made it removable in this one. Yeah. Oh, it hooks around pegs back there. Oh, that's disturbing. So you do get that as really scarred up face, especially after going through the trash compactor. Before, he only kind of had the scar from Splinter. Now he's just really, really jacked up. That's cool. And I could have sworn that we got, in an accessory set, we got this helmet, like, loose. Like, I could have sworn it came in that other accessory set I got not long ago. I know it came with I think it was the helmet that they got out of the trash compactor. And I'm saying compactor, I know it was a garbage truck, but basically it was a compacting garbage truck. Yeah. Okay, so he does have shoulder pads, which are about the normal ones, pretty much. One thing that is different, you do have a cape, but it is just inset. It is actually hooked around and under here instead of actually coming around and latching in front like you had to do with the original one. So that's different. You do have the same exact body that we've had both for Shredder and the normal Foot Clan members. I think this part, I could be wrong, the flared out shoulder parts are specifically for Shredder, but the rest of it is essentially Foot Clan body all the way down. And of course he is done up in a purple, what seems to be a slightly different texture, but it might just be that he's lacking the glitter from the original set. You can move his arm up like so. You get a little bit of a flesh tone tucked away in the shoulders if you look too close. Pinless elbows here. It does rotate there, and it is a double jointed elbow, but you only get so far before you run into issues, but that's okay. He does have the gauntlets here with the blades. Just be careful. They're a little pokey, but not too bad. Normal Shredder hands with the wrist that goes in and out. Sorry, I'm trying to maintain here. Same kind of rotated waist joint with a little bit of a ball joint thing going on here. You got a big rubber belt surrounded by a slight cloth belt. It's stretchy. Like so. I mean, maybe that sword is meant to go back there. I like to pretend that the Foot Clan, because they all have these belts, they just tuck whatever weapon they need to into their belt to do their job. There we go. Like that. Like, it would be cool if you could actually, like, clip it on. Like, I'd be down for that. Like, I don't know that this is remotely what he does like this, but I like to pretend that he's just that big of a badass that he is. Just rolling like this. And by the way, I didn't even cover it, the new texture / pattern here. It's like a rose pattern almost. And by the way, this is nice and soft. Major difference between this and the original cape is there's no wire here. There's a weird stitch happening right there that's shredded a little bit. He does kind of have the little pocket here along this edge that there could be a wire. So maybe if you have some of that super thin posable wire, maybe you could thread it in there. I'm not sure. It would be a task for sure, but maybe if you know a seamstress of some sort who could rip those threads and then redo it with the wire inside, probably would be cool. Just saying. Alright, so he does have the same kind of hips. You know, moves around decently, like so. Can do an okay Jean-Claude. Pants are a little tight, in my opinion. There we go. Does have a rotation joint at the top of the hip, right there. You can see it. And then come down to the legs, and almost pinless. They couldn't avoid it on the bottom, unfortunately, nor could they cover it, apparently. See, that's what it seems like. This one might be a little low. You can see here the way it's sitting around the ankle is a little weird. So that's odd. All right, so you got a rotation joint plus the knee joint here. Oh man, tight, very tight, but still works. Bladed stuff down here on the leg gauntlets, greaves, however you want to call it, shin guards, and down to the fetums. Doesn't look like the ankle rotates up there at all. It looks like it's all within the foot, and you got some up and down motion. I think this foot is ever so slightly warped. Could be wrong, but there you go. One difference between this shredder and Movie 1 shredder is that he has no claws on his left hand. And speaking of Movie 1 shredder, let's just bring him in. There we go. Movie 1 shredder. You can see there's a height difference, seemingly. And it looks like it's all due to the helmet, probably. Although at the shoulders, he's actually a different height. That's interesting. I gotta wonder where... Considering it's the same mold, gotta wonder where that difference is coming from. I don't think it's just from the legs that just squeezed together. Oh, I just realized. Okay, no, this torso here is totally new. Yeah, sorry. That's probably where all that extra height comes. A totally new molding. Look at this. This is all wrinkled a very different way. And he's got this extra scarf thingy going on here. Where, oh, that's right, because this was the extra neck piece up here in the original, which is all jacked up here due to the way the cape goes on there. And here's the original shoulder pads, so they are the same. Here's the original wired cape. This is the non-wired cape. Kind of wish it was wired, not gonna lie. But you see he loses the sparkly bits from the original. There's something a bit more serious about this one, you know, especially with that helmet, even though it's a ridiculous concept in and of itself. The fact that this one, where he adds these serrated, like, saw blade edges and, like, adds the height to it and stuff like that, that is crazy. And they're just like, I need more blades. I must get my revenge on the turtles. Either way. And you can see there's a little bit of coloration difference between these gauntlets and those. Though what's funny is I remember him being extra spiky, but I guess I just didn't watch Movie 1 enough. So, but you considering pull the cape back a little bit. I will say that there is a little bit much in the way of this Movie 1 cape. Like, it's a bit too much. This one is just enough cape. So that's fine. Now let's do some more comparisons while we're here. So I'm going to slide these guys back so we can kind of get Shredder in all four forms here. And we'll bring in original Orokusaki before he gets all jacked up by Splinter. See, he's actually just a hair shorter than regular Shredder, which means he's a bit shorter than that Shredder, and then everyone is significantly shorter than Mr. Super Shredder, aka Kevin Nash. Which, by the way, Kevin Nash ain't that big. Clearly, they added some stuff to him, but it is funny that, like, it goes like slightly cartoonish, extremely cartoonish, even to the point of adding the cell shaded stuff to the body, which was actually there in the movie, which I found funny. But there we go. There we have our movie evolutions of Shredder. Let's get a picture. There we go. And compared to the movie Turtles, like, we'll bring in, you know, Leo, who's just right off camera. You know, he's taller, like he should be. Not by a lot, but just some. And, you know, I was talking about it, and I've left it out. I was like, okay, I want Kino, which I believe is coming. I believe we are getting a Kino. I want the Doctor. I forgot his actual name, but the Doctor who helped him out with the Ooze and stuff like that. And then I also need a Tatsu. Like, he's just been missing, like, forever. And also what I was talking about with the spear thing here. It does seem like that's the same weapon, but mutated, you know, in a way. Why a weapon would mutate? Let's not ask questions. It just does. So, Either way, we got Shredder, Super Shredder, regular Shredder, and non-Shreddery Shredder. You know, it's really, really cool set. And this is my second normal Shredder, by the way. I got that with the Splinter 2-pack. So probably easier to find that than Splinter by himself, or even Shredder by himself, since that's what I was technically talking about. I'm not going to pull out Toka and Raza right now because they're pretty happy on the shelf, and if I move them, I don't know if they'll stay upright again. So either way, guys, let me know what you think down below. Which version do you prefer? Movie 1, Movie 2, or even if you're crazy, Super. You know, Super Shredder with the insane eyes. He's got the crazy eyes. Also, I love how the color purple just totally changes even from this suit. So either way, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Still got more Ninja Turtle NECA goodness to get through. So yeah, remember as always, keep on nerding.